If you are asked to define a quadratic expression, what would you say? If you are asked to define a quadratic expression, if the teacher stands you up in class and asks, what is a quadratic expression? What would you say? If I hear you, which I will not be you, I would say quadratic expression is any expression of the form as squared plus bs plus c, such that a, b, c are constants and a is not 0. Did you get that? So I said a quadratic expression is an expression of the form as squared plus bs plus c. A, b, c are constants and a is not equal to 0. So this is the best description you give about a quadratic expression. Now looking at this, you already see that the highest power of your unknown is 2. And that's one beautiful thing that we should always take note of quadratic expression. Now, we now said a, b, c are constants. You see a, b, c. They are constants. Now, what are constants? We have quantities. Quantities are in two ways. We either have a variable or we have a constant. When I talk about a quantity, it's either a variable or a constant. So saying that a, b, c are constants, it's trying to say that they have fixed values. Unlike variables, that the values can change, like s here now. S is a variable, it can change. But a, b, c are fixed values. Now, we now said they are constant, meaning they can be any number. That's what it means. A, b, c can take any number, but a should never be 0. So if a is the only one that is not allowed to be 0, that means b and c can be 0. But what does it mean? Why should a never be 0? First of all, a is the coefficient of s squared. Like a is the number attached to s squared, b is the number attached to s, and c is the number standing alone. What do I mean? If I take some examples now, quadratic expressions will look like this form. It can also look like this. It can also look like this. It can even look like this. It can even look like this. It can even be just this. Let me add something to it. Okay, these are all quadratic expressions. The most important thing is that a should not be 0. A is the coefficient of s squared, b is the coefficient of s, c is the coefficient of, c is just the number standing alone. Why should a not be 0? Now if a becomes 0 here, like I asked in the last question, if a becomes 0 here, it will not become 0 times s squared, and anything times 0 is 0. So this will clean off, this will wipe off. We'll just be having bs plus c, and bs plus c is a linear expression. So anything you are doing to this quadratic expression, nothing should touch this s squared. S squared is the main reason why this is a quadratic expression. So if a becomes 0, s squared will go away and it will no longer be a quadratic expression. So that's why our s squared should never be 0. So if you observe the different examples I have, on the first one, my a is the number attached to my s squared, which is 2 here. B is the number attached to s, which is 1. C is the number standing alone, which is 1. Did you get that? A is the number attached to s squared, which is 2. B is the number attached to s. But if you observe, there is no feasible number attached to s. Now, it's not as if there is no number there. There's a number there, that's 1. Remember, we don't write 1s in mathematics. We just say s. So that means there's an invisible 1 there. And then the number standing on its own is 1. That means it's our c. Then here, my a is 1. You can see there's no number there. So that means the a is there is 1. My b is -3. And my c is 2. You know why I said minus 3? It's not just 3. Some of us make that mistake. Remember that the sign in front of a number is the sign of the number. So this is not just 3. It has a negative in front. So you take note of that negative. Then in this case, the A is the number attached to S squared. So A is 5. B is the number attached to S. So B is minus 30. But there's no number standing on its own. So that tells you that your C is 0. Does that make any sense? In this case, A is the quotient of S squared. So you look for where is S squared. Look at S squared. That means A is minus 6. B is the number attached to S. Is there any S here? There is no S. So that means B is 0. And C is the number standing on its own. That means C is 6. But in this case, the same thing. A is 12. B is 0. And C is 1. And I hope you got that. So give yourself another question. Drop it on the comment section and tell me what your ABC are.